One of our favorite places to go is Linvilla Orchards, and this is the time of year to be out there, Jen.
You know it. All right, you know we've been here 472,000 times, and Jared and I just learned something new. It's the 50th anniversary of this special place, and it's because of this award right here. They won the Harvest Festival. What the heck is the Harvest Festival? I don't know, but we're going to hear all about it. Bottom line, they are here, and they're ready for pumpkin time.
Let's get out to the Linvilla Orchards. There's a place you can go that's outside and perfect this time of year. Oh, you're out of your gourd.
It is perfect this... Oh, you're out of your gourd first. Okay, so look at this. These are the heirlooms and the white ones. We have, you know, dark orange and light orange and gray. We're going to talk about all the pumpkins, and then we're also going to talk about a very special anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Let's give them pumpkin to talk about. Let's go to Linvilla Orchards. That's where Jen is. Delco.
Okay. So first of all, good morning, guys. Hi, Steve.
Good morning.
Okay, I have to say, it's not just me, Jared and I. So this whole thing started, this beautiful thing that we know as Pumpkinland, started in 1971 because you won something in the Navy Yard.
That's correct. We won the Best of Show award from the Harvest Show at Philadelphia Navy Yard. Or no, that was in the Fairmount Park.
Which was sort of like a fall flower show.
That's correct.
Okay, and this thingy right here, this beautiful display, is an almost exact replica of what it is that you brought down there, and that's why you won.
That's correct. We went back to pictures from 1971 and recreated what was originally here. So when we brought it back from the Harvest Show, we set it up here at Linvilla and became the first year of Pumpkinland.
Okay, so are you even 50 years old? Don't answer that. Okay, so do you remember when this thingy came home from winning it?
I remember my mother's excitement when she won, and I remember when we trucked it all back and set it up here. So I do remember the display that
and now this is part of everyone's life. You know that. Everyone in the Delaware Valley has a picture of their kid on a pumpkin. Norm, and obviously this time of year we are really seeing more of these. Are they called heirloom pumpkins?
Yeah, many of these varieties are old that have been around for years for cooking with.
Okay.
And now they've become the staple of like decorating the outside of your home, your porch, your yard, and they've become very popular.
Okay, so I'm looking at my watch and it says it is September 14th. I'm still in margarita season, but that's another story. If I take these home now and get them outside, are they going to stay until October 31st?
If they're in the shade, out of the weather, especially if they're in a cooler place, no problem at all. These were grown to be stored by people years ago, so these will actually last till June if they're in the right environment.
June? I'm definitely not going to do that. Okay, but listen, so we always, you know, this is a Mother Nature event, right? So how are we doing this season in terms of what is the crop looking like?
The crop's been looking fantastic. We had the perfect weather, an inch of rain a week. Everything's looking really exciting for a big crop this year, and the decorating is really taken off. We're having our arts and crafts show this weekend, so those folks are all about decorating, and these heirloom varieties will really be going like hotcakes here.
Okay, and then as the season progresses, so like when we get into actual October, you'll have less of these and more of the traditional just orange pumpkins.
Yeah, the families with kids who want to carve the pumpkin, a carved pumpkin doesn't last. And
Really?
So that's why they buy them at the end.
Yeah.
And those sales will increase dramatically as we get closer and closer to the holiday.
I love it. Steve, can you believe that this has become, I mean, for you, it's always been a family business, right? But like, I'm a bad mom if I don't bring my kids here to get their picture in some part of this. You know that, right?
I've heard that many times.
What do you, like when you were a little guy, you probably didn't think it was super special. You've got to have a different opinion now.
Well, you know, we love watching the smiles on kids' faces and making kids happy, and it's really exciting to be part of a family tradition.
Okay, you used the word exciting. Norm and I have been talking on the phone for a couple days. Apparently there's a new item here, an apple cannon. And it is so special and so fantastic and so ridiculous that he will not let me blow it until after 9 a.m. because he's worried about upsetting the neighbors.
That's true. It is a little bit loud, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. The apples fly really far. And
Do you think I'll have better success than with the apple flinger?
I think you're almost guaranteed to have more fun than that.
And it is a cannon.
It's an air-powered cannon, yes.
Blaster.
Blaster.
I'm sorry, I heard cannon. Now he's saying blaster.
Blaster we prefer.
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah.
blaster. Sounds good. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy fall. Even though it's not fall, it's margarita season, but we can have both. We can have pumpkins on our front porch and drink margaritas on the back. Are you cool with that?
How about a pumpkin margarita?
A pumpkin
Would you do
margarita,
that?
that's not for me. But you know what? Yes, I say yes, because I'm here.
You know,
Alex?
apple season comes along with pumpkins too, so you can
I
it
do like
now.
apple margaritas. And I think we're going to do some sangrias later in the show. So, back to you, Alex. It's seasonal.
It is. A pumpkin margarita. I'm very curious about that. Also, I've never had an apple
He's just
margarita, so
making that
I'm
up.
lacking. I'm
He's
behind.
just making that up.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, hey, any kind of margarita I'm willing to try.
Let's get back out to Pumpkinland, Linvilla Orchard. That's where Jen is.
Are you even in Linvilla if you don't have one of their amazing apple cider donuts? So it starts here. She's got that going. Then it moves over to here. And he's got this going. You got to get the sugar on it. Then you got to line them up. And yeah, they're still hot. So I hate to see it uneaten.
You know what's more fun than talking about her prenup is going to Pumpkinland at Linvilla Orchards, and that's where Jen is.
Okay, you know how you're not supposed to have a favorite child, okay? Norm the farmer has a favorite child. This is his new baby. It's gonna be the apple of all apples. I'll tell you why he loves it so much after this.
We're going to get back out to Delco because we're starting to already embrace fall, and the place to do that is at Linvilla Orchards. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Alex. Okay, so first of all, Norm, good morning.
Good morning.
Is it official you have a new favorite apple?
For sure.
Have you talked to the other people about this?
My other apples? Yeah, I speak to the trees, and many are very sad.
Okay, this is
But
this
he's
is the
very
new guy on the block.
This is it, Crimson Crisp. It's a little bit tart, a little bit sweet, real firm, crunchy, and it's a big yielder, easy to grow, which is a win for me.
You're also saying if I put these in the fridge, which by the way, are we supposed to put apples in the fridge?
The colder the better. If you have like a beer fridge downstairs, you want that thing set at 31 degrees.
Okay.
And if you keep it cold, these would last till Thanksgiving easy,
Really?
for sure.
Okay, these are the ones we're basically in the trees right now. They look to be smaller. You want a smaller tree because it yields more.
It yields sooner.
Okay.
And these dwarf trees are great for pick your own here at Linvilla so the kids can reach them. The trees used to be 40 feet tall. These trees stop at 10 feet.
Oh,
And because you plant them 3 feet apart, you have a wall of fruit much sooner.
okay. If people are going to come and pick, Jared and I just learned. I said to you, my children, once they started helping, like with the grocery shopping, everything was terrible because the bread was mushy and all that. You have a tip when it comes to picking your own and handling fruit.
When I'm out in the field, what makes me the saddest is when they're throwing my babies on the ground or into the box.
Yes.
If you handle it harder than an egg, you're handling it too hard.
And so that's the thing, like I can put this in my fridge and it could go bad. It's typically because I might have bruised it putting it in the fridge.
They bruised it long before it got to the fridge. If you're at pick your own, just be careful. And that's why we have cardboard boxes. It's better than bags.
Okay, have you ever like pulled over and been like, yo, Jimmy, you should really, like, do you ever correct people when they're here?
Oh, I do. I tell them all the time, it's 9 months for a human baby, 12 months for my apple babies. Please be nice to my babies.
Okay, okay, so you have some of your other children here. So let's go through, what is this right here?
These are what we're picking this weekend. We have Macoun. It's an old heirloom variety. It's the only purple apple. Great tasting. That's number one.
Okay.
Then the Cortland.
Yep.
It's an old New York standard. Really likes to be up north more, but we like to offer that here. This is my favorite apple, the first apple I ever grew. And so I have a
Wait,
special
this is your
place.
first favorite apple.
This is my first favorite. It's been replaced.
Okay, and can you carve open? Let's see what's in it.
For sure.
They sort of look. You let me taste one. It tastes almost as tart as a Granny Smith, but not quite.
Yeah, this has Macintosh as a parent. So it has that Macintosh taste, which is very unique. And it's the whitest apple inside. It's white as snow. You know, it just looks great.
And you say this will cook really well.
This is good for applesauce. This isn't as firm as many other varieties, so this is what you want to use for applesauce, not so much an apple pie because it's going to melt.
Do you assume that I'm making homemade applesauce at my house?
You should.
Okay.
It's a great time with the kids.
And then this, are we cooking with this or just eating this?
This is great for everything.
Okay.
It's super firm, super crunchy, so it makes a great pie, a great dumpling. You know, if you make applesauce, it'll be chunky applesauce because it won't get so smooth.
All right, and then what's this over here?
This is what got people excited about apples again. This is the Honeycrisp.
Okay.
And apples in the 50s and 60s were bred for yield and color.
Okay.
And they tasted terrible. Well, the Honeycrisp came on the scene, and it's a completely different apple. It's has a different cell, and it is really juicy and got people excited. Impossible to grow. So the breeders...
So the scientists in the lab came up with a good tasting thing but forgot about the farmers.
Well, they were looking at flavor first, which was great for the industry.
Yeah.
But now that we've been growing them for about 20 years, nobody's making money. So there's been this big push for these new varieties, Crimson Crisp being one.
Okay.
We just finished Autumn Crisp. In 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have Evercrisp.
Evercrisp. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your children with us.
Thank you.
And again, I won't and I'm guilty. Let the record reflect. I have pulled fruit from a tree and maybe not thrown it, but definitely not like gently placed it in the thing.
Gentle.
Okay, nice. Alex, we've been talking about this all morning. You know, the Linvilles are a Quaker family, so we're not going to call it a cannon. Blaster?
The Apple Blaster. You'll be the first to debut our Apple Blasters on TV.
But again,
gotcha.
You know, we come in kindness, we come in peace with our blaster.
With the blaster, yes. I just want to recap, because I'm a Honeycrisp girl.
Yeah.
So what's the name of this new
Alex
apple that I'm supposed to be raving about that's better?
This is Evercrisp.
This is Crimson Crisp.
Crimson Crisp.
And Evercrisp is coming.
Crimson.
And here's the thing. These are just as good, if not a little better, and they're easier to grow. So you know how when you go to the store and you can't find the Honeycrisp? This you'll be able to find. And of course, right here at Linvilla, where else would you buy your fruit?
This is the place to come.
They really
Of course. Crimson Crisp. I'll be on the lookout. I mean, it's great to say. Crimson Crisp. I love it.
Let's go out and look at pumpkins at Linvilla Orchards.
This is not for children. This is for elite professionals. Yes, the children can do the corn maze, but when we're talking about apple launching, I can't call it a cannon. What's a blaster? By the way, I'm taking down one of the Linvilles. He's going down. He thinks he's cute. He's had a lot of practice. He's going down. Don't cry, Eli. That's bad on TV.
I always like it when we go to Linvilla Orchards, but this is my favorite thing that she does. Like, she shoots out of a blaster pumpkins, apples, whatever. I don't know what you're shooting today.
'Tis the season for a blaster. Good morning, gentlemen. All right, so it's the rarely seen on television son Eli. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, and you've had some practice with the apple blaster.
Just a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to take him on. What do you think my chances are?
You're not so good, Jeff.
What is wrong with you?
I've seen you drive. I've seen you.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be his loader,
Okay.
and Norm will be my loader. And I want people, this is a new attraction here at Linvilla Orchards, yes?
That's correct.
Okay, so what happens here, just so everyone knows, you drop the apple into the loading tube. And what's really cool, this doesn't have, it usually has a 1. Wait a minute, come over here, because you can't see it. You got to see the numbers. I love the numbers. Get over here, Jared. Okay, so you drop the apples in the loading tube and see how there's a 1? And then you push the loading rod in. That's 2, but again, and then green light means ready, that's that, and 4 means squeeze the right handle. Okay, so without further ado, are you ready? Are you ready to, don't cry on TV, Eli. Seriously, there's no crying in apple blasting.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Okay, so, and you guys are gonna be able to see, so let the fun begin. 3, 2, 1. Okay. You got nothing! Boom! Oh wait, did I get it? Wait, hold on.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, thank you. Here we go. Oh, man. Okay, go again. Okay, here we go. Bam!
Nice.
Okay, how many does he have?
Oh, we got 2.
You're rushing 3. We got 3. Eli is such a a loser. I love it. Oh! Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, we're dead on.
Where's my sound effect? I want a sound effect. Okay, this is awesome. How old do you have to be to do it?
Any age can do it.
Really?
It makes great use for
I
the apples.
nailed it. Give me another one. Okay, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna use a different target. I got number two. I am the boss of this. Oh, that's bad. Eli, are you crying, little baby? 'Cause you should be. Take the mic over there. Get him crying, please. North.
Is there any crying over
Is
there?
he crying?
Sense of pride.
We're doing well over here. Flying out. Oh.
Oh, that's one.
And this is where we use the apples that end up on the floor of the orchard. No good apples have been hurt in the
Okay,
making
so
of this
wrap it up.
video.
Minimum age that you have to be to do this?
There's no minimum
I
age.
got another one! Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, we have to wrap it up. Eli, you didn't take me seriously.
Yeah, you're a lot better than I expected.
Say it again.
We'll have to do a round two.
No, say it again, Eli.
You're better than I expected.
I'm better than I am. This is the best thing. Listen, look, you know this. I've driven a tractor and I stink at that. I've tried it with the flingy. I stink at that. I stink at everything. But I own this. This is my sport.
Blaster Pro.
We found something that's apple blasting. Who knew?
That's great. And
Congratulations.
Jen, those are the apples that like fell off the trees. It's not like we're wasting good food. It's the stuff they can't sell and use and stuff like that.
Exactly.